So, there's this rebellion brewing all across Japan. And you might be surprised to hear it was all kicked off by a single statement from a local politician, one who decided to take on a law that's been on the books for nearly 75 years.
And really, it all boils down to one simple, but, pretty powerful question. Should you have to pay for a service you never ever use? And that's the core conflict we're going to unpack in this explainer.
And look, this isn't just some hypothetical debate. A Japanese governor actually came right out and said that forcing people to pay for a TV service they don't watch is, and I'm quoting him here, akin to fraud. Whoa! You just know a statement like that is going to make some serious wave.
So, let's get into the specifics. Who is this official? We're talking about Governor Hajime Asaki of Gifu Prefecture. On July 29, 2025, he stood up at a press conference and basically drew a line in the sand, directly challenging one of the most powerful institutions in the entire country. And his target? Japan's massive national public broadcaster, NHK. And he was going right after its most controversial policy, this mandatory fee system that's been quietly, or maybe not so quietly, frustrating millions of people for decades.
So what made him do it? To really understand why this is such a bold move, we have to look at the pretty unusual law that's at the heart of this whole thing. Let's take a closer look.
Okay, this is it. Article 64 of the Broadcast Law. It's 75 years old. And what it says is, if you own any device that's capable of picking up an NHK signal, you are legally required to sign a contract and pay the fee. So here's the crucial point. It's not about whether you watch NHK, it's about whether you could.
Here's a great way to think about it. A gym membership, that's a choice. You decide to join, you pay for the service you want to use. But with the NHK fee, the moment you buy a TV or even a car with a screen in it, boom, you're locked in. The choice is made for you.
As you can imagine, the public reaction was immediate and just overwhelming. Social media completely exploded with support. We saw comments like, "Finally someone said it," and "It's a disgusting system." And this was coming from all corners, from young people who don't watch TV at all, to older citizens who see it as a real burden on their pension.
This huge public backlash makes a whole lot more sense when you realize just how much the world has changed since this law was first written. It was designed for a completely different media landscape.
Think about it. Back in 1950, when this law was created, NHK was basically the only channel. So owning a TV meant you were watching NHK. But today, we've got hundreds of channels, we have infinite streaming services, and yet not only is the law still around, it's actually set to expand in October 2025 to cover internet streaming on your phone and your computer.
75 years. Just let that sink in for a second. That's how long this law has been on the books. It was literally designed for a black and white world with one channel. It was not designed for the world of smartphones, streaming, and infinite choice that we all live in today.
Now, this isn't just a Japanese problem. It's actually part of a much bigger global conversation about the future of public broadcasting. So how does Japan's approach really compare to what the rest of the world is doing?
Well, if you look around the world, the trend seems to be moving away from these mandatory fees. France got rid of its fee entirely in 2022. The UK is having a huge debate about its system. Germany uses more of a tax-like household levy. But Japan, well, Japan seems to be moving in the opposite direction, looking to expand its fee system even further. It's really running against the current. So this whole conflict has brought Japan's public media to a major crossroads. The debate has really shifted to the future of NHK itself, and it looks like there are two main paths forward. And to really get the public's frustration, you have to look at the scale of NHK. We're talking an annual budget of around 700 billion yen, all funded by these fees. The average employee's salary is about 11 million yen, which is well above the national average. So you can see how that financial reality really adds some fuel to the public's fire. So, what are the proposed solutions? Well, one path is a subscription model, just like Netflix. If you want to watch NHK, you choose to pay for it. This would force it to actually compete for viewers. The other path is a tax-funded model, where the government only pays for essential services like disaster reporting, and all the entertainment stuff gets left to the free market. So Governor Asaki's challenge has really opened up a fundamental question that goes way beyond Japan. In our modern age of infinite media choice, what is the role of a public broadcaster? And what exactly does it owe the public it's supposed to serve? It's a question every country really is going to have to answer eventually.